Today I want to open these three locks, all of which I have opened before using either single pin picking or raking, but this time I'm going to use a technique which is the bypass technique. In other words, I'm going to bypass all of the pins and try and open the locks without even touching the pins. Here is a padlock, and this is the see-through one. I'm going to open it, and as I open it, you will see these two spring levers move inwards. I hope you can see that. And that brings these two lugs out of these depressions here. There are two depressions in this, and similarly in this lock here, where we cannot see inside, but you can see that there are two depressions here, which means there are two springs inside, and this tiny one here, and this, as you can see, only has one depression, nothing on this side of the shackle. So this one, I only need to move that spring once in one direction. So this is what's called a bypass tool. I'm going to put it in, push the pins up, go to the back, and there we go. I hope you can see that. What I'm doing is putting this bypass tool inside and moving the spring downwards. That, of course, you need to be able to feel because you cannot see inside it. In we go, up to the back, and a little bit of movement and the lock will open. I know this is a small lock, but it's the only one I've got with a single spring, and it's a 3-pin tumbler lock, so it's just the same as larger locks. So I'm now going to have a go at this more complicated lock, which has a Paracentric keyway, and this time, because there are two springs inside, I have to pick it twice or bypass it twice. So I'm going to go in, feel for the spring, and when I feel the spring, I need to make this movement to pull it downwards. And as I do that, I am going to have to pull out on the shackle so that the shackle keeps the downward spring in position. So I'm going in, I'm going to move that one, I'm going to pull on the shackle, and then going in and do that one. Hopefully I can then get it open by this bypass technique. So in I go. You have to feel the way in. I'm trying to get this in focus so we can see. Not easy. I've noticed that sometimes people put an extra lock on this and use that as a lever to pull it out. Okay, I seem to have got the top spring down, and now I'm going into the bottom, push the pins down, feel for the spring, I'm pulling out on the shackle so that the first spring doesn't go back. And there it is. Okay, so the first one in, down with that spring, second one in, up with that spring. So So there we are, 2 locks opened with the bypass method. And once again, just to show you how it would be working, I hope you can see the movement of the springs inside. There we are, a bypass open.